We found great woodworking tools all under $50 on Amazon. These aren't just gimmicks. They're genuinely useful items that can save time and money in your workshop. Let's check out which affordable upgrades can help improve your project. When you're working on tasks that require absolute precision, such as laying out pins and tails for dovetail joints, even a small mistake in a pencil line can affect the entire fit. The Saker marking ruler is designed to prevent that. It's a thin, flexible steel ruler with small holes placed at every measurement mark. To use it, you simply choose your measurement, insert the tip of a 0.5 mm mechanical pencil into the correct hole, and guide the T-head along the edge of your board. This process creates a sharp, accurate line with no chance of parallax error. Instead of feeling like freehand drawing, it works more like a plotting tool, giving you steady results every time. The ruler provides a sense of reliability and control that's difficult to achieve with other marking methods. For woodworkers who want dependable accuracy, this tool stands out. For $29, it delivers reliability and consistency without adding unnecessary complexity. While working on a project, small tools often bring the most value. This 3D square is a simple example of that. Transferring a line from one face of a board to another with a standard square can be uncertain, and the results are not always consistent. This tool avoids that issue by sitting snugly against the corner of the wood, allowing you to carry a 90 or 45-degree line smoothly across faces. It works well for marking mortises, bridle joints, and similar layouts. Another useful feature is the pair of built-in dovetail guides. With both 1 to 5 and 1 to 8 slopes included, there's no need to reach for a separate gauge. At just $15, this makes the process more direct and efficient. The tool is cut from a single piece of aluminum, which gives it strength without unnecessary weight. Its compact size means you can keep it in your pocket throughout a build, ready whenever you need an accurate reference. Carving wood with just a knife has a lasting appeal, and this BeaverCraft kit makes it easy to begin. Instead of offering only a knife, it provides a complete starter set designed for different carving tasks. The Sloyd knife handles most shaping, while the detail knife allows for precise cuts that define the finer parts of a project. A hook knife is also included, useful for hollowing spoons or small bowls. To make sure you can get started right away, the kit comes with basswood blocks that are well suited for beginners. Just as important, it includes a leather strop and polishing compound, helping you keep your tools sharp, which is essential for safe and steady carving. At $34, the kit gives you the main tools and materials needed to begin carving without buying extra items. Everything fits together as a system, letting you open the box and start working on projects the same day, making it a practical way into a new hobby. Sharp 90-degree corners on furniture often look severe and are easy to damage. While a router can cut a chamfer, it brings noise, dust, and more setup than a small task requires. That's where this chamfer plane becomes useful. It's a hand tool made for this one purpose, running smoothly along the edge of a board. The blade sits at a 45-degree angle and can be adjusted to control depth. That means you can create either a light chamfer or a more visible one, depending on the project. The tool also includes a bubble level that helps you maintain consistency along the edge. Instead of dealing with cords, bits, and cleanup, this approach keeps the process direct and efficient. The result is a clean edge that improves both the look and durability of the piece. At $33, it offers a straightforward way to add reliable precision to your work without relying on larger machines. For anyone shaping furniture, it's a tool worth keeping close at hand. At just $12, this clamp acts like an extra hand during tricky assemblies. Trying to hold two boards at a perfect 90-degree angle while driving screws or letting glue set can be frustrating. This corner clamp removes that hassle. Simply tighten the handles and the jaws lock the pieces in place, keeping them square and secure. With the boards held, both your hands are free to focus on fastening or aligning joints. It's especially useful for tasks like assembling drawers, cabinet frames, or simple box projects. The clamp is built from cast aluminum, so it stays sturdy even under repeated use. For anyone working alone, it's a game-changing tool that saves time and prevents mistakes. At a small price, it provides reliable precision and makes challenging setups much easier, letting you work faster and with more confidence without the need for extra helpers or makeshift solutions. Using a hand plane has a unique satisfaction, and this mini planer from Jorgensen makes it easy to enjoy. It's meant for smaller jobs where a full-size bench plane would be too much. For example, after applying edge banding to plywood, this plane trims it flush with ease. It also works well for adding a slight chamfer to a sharp edge, giving a finished piece a cleaner look. Because it fits in your hand, you get precise control over each cut, feeling the blade move through the wood. The operation is quiet and doesn't produce dust like other methods, making it simple and pleasant to use. At $16, it's an affordable way to experience the tactile connection of working with wood. It's ideal for fine-tuning and making delicate adjustments, letting you complete a project with more confidence. For anyone who enjoys careful, hands-on work, this mini planner delivers reliability in a small, easy-to-use package. Cutting thin strips on a table saw can be one of the riskiest tasks in a workshop. For about $26, a small piece can slip between the blade and fence, causing dangerous kickback. The thin rip jig changes that by making the process safe and reliable. You place the jig in your miter slot and use it as a reference while the fence is set to the width of the strip you want. The strip you're keeping stays outside the blade, and the main workpiece is held securely between the jig's bearing and the fence. It works well for making edge banding, decorative inlays, or small trim pieces. Made from solid aluminum, the jig delivers consistent results every time. It's a simple addition to the workshop that increases both safety and capability. With this tool, even delicate, repetitive cuts can be done with confidence, letting you focus on precision without worrying about accidents. If you're used to Western saws that cut on the push stroke, trying a Japanese pull saw for the first time can feel completely different. The blade works under tension while cutting, so it can be very thin, removing less material and requiring less effort. This Ruitool saw has a double-sided Ryoba blade. One side has fine teeth for clean crosscuts, ideal for trimming a tenon shoulder for a precise fit. The other side has larger teeth for ripping along the grain, useful for cutting tenon cheeks. The saw gives excellent control for fine joinery, and the surface it leaves is often smooth enough to skip sanding. It combines versatility and accuracy in a single tool, letting you tackle small and detailed woodworking tasks without switching saws. At around $19, it offers practical precision and makes cutting easier and more efficient, whether you're shaping joints or trimming boards. This is a simple tool that makes tasks much easier, and it costs only $6. Finding the center of a board for drilling dowel holes or laying out a mortise can take time with careful measuring and dividing. This little gadget solves that instantly. You hook it over the board, put a pencil in the center guide hole, and slide it along the edge. The result is a line perfectly centered every time. It works on stock up to 1.5 inches thick. There are additional guide holes for marking lines at set distances from the edge. A small magnet is built in, so you can stick it to a drill press, bandsaw, or other metal surface for storage. For its price, it saves effort on layout tasks. It's a handy addition for anyone doing woodworking projects, turning a tedious step into something quick and accurate. This carving kit is a solid next step for anyone who has tried basic whittling and wants to explore more detailed work. It includes whittling and detail knives, but the main focus is the set of 10 palm gouges. These curved chisels let you shape wood, add texture, and create depth. You can use a U-gouge to hollow out areas or a V-gouge for sharp, incised lines. This makes it possible to do relief carving, creating a picture on a flat panel, or to shape more complex figures. The kit comes with black walnut handles that feel good in the hand, and it includes a sharpening stone and strop to maintain the edge. At $39, it provides accuracy for anyone looking to expand their carving skills. It's a complete set that lets you move beyond simple cuts and explore a wider range of shapes and details without needing extra tools. Sometimes finesse isn't enough. Sometimes you need raw power. This chisel isn't for delicate paring, it's for dismantling pallets, removing old framing, or clearing large amounts of waste from big mortises. Think of it as a sharpened pry bar. The forged steel blade is thick and strong, meant to take repeated hammer strikes. The handle is made from a grippy material that absorbs shock and won't break under heavy use. It's built for demolition and rough carpentry, handling jobs that would ruin a finer chisel. This tool is specialized, heavy-duty, and designed to make tough tasks manageable. At around $45, it gives you reliable precision where brute force is needed. For anyone doing rough woodworking or timber framing, it's a tool that saves time and effort while standing up to the punishment you wouldn't trust a normal chisel with. If you want to improve your hand-cut joinery, this saw is a solid choice. A Dozuki is a Japanese saw with a rigid spine along the back that supports a very thin blade. This design keeps the blade from bending, letting you make straight, precise cuts with a kerf as thin as a credit card. When cutting tails and pins for dovetails, this accuracy matters. It's the difference between a tight, friction-fit joint and one that's loose. The pull stroke action is intuitive, giving controlled, steady cuts. The surface it leaves is smooth and clean, often needing no sanding. This saw is designed for fine, detailed work, letting you approach joinery with confidence and care. At $37, it offers affordability to anyone looking to make neat, professional joints without struggling with a larger or less specialized tool. It's a practical addition for woodworkers who enjoy careful, hands-on craftsmanship. Modern cabinet building often uses standardized systems, like 32mm hole spacing for shelf pins and European hinges. This positioning ruler makes the system easy to follow, eliminating the need for expensive equipment. It can act as a long fence with evenly spaced holes, guiding your drilling for adjustable shelves so they stay level and stable. You can also adjust it to mark the correct locations for common hinge plates and drawer slides. Made from aluminum alloy, the tool is sturdy and durable. Instead of measuring and marking each hole individually, this jig helps ensure accurate placement every time. It's a simple, reliable way to handle layout tasks for cabinets, drawers, or shelving units. At about $28, it saves time and reduces mistakes. For anyone building cabinets, this tool makes setup faster, more accurate, and less stressful, giving consistent results without extra effort. This is a useful tool for adding the final touch to your woodworking projects. The Hozoi hand plane is made for creating chamfers and other edge profiles. It stands out because of its solid feel and the versatile set of included cutters. You can swap blades to make a 45-degree chamfer or try rounded and more complex profiles. Using it is quite straightforward. Simply run it along the edge and it shaves off clean, precise detail. It's ideal for softening sharp edges, making furniture more durable and comfortable to handle. For anyone wanting to refine the look and feel of their pieces, this plane delivers reliable precision without extra effort. At $29, it's an approachable way to add professional quality details to cabinets, boxes, or other woodworking projects, letting you finish edges cleanly and consistently with a single, easy-to-use tool. A marking gauge is essential for accurate joinery, and this wheel-style model improves on older pin-style gauges. Instead of a pin that scratches and tears wood fibers, it uses a small steel wheel to make clean lines. This produces a finer, more precise mark, which is especially useful across the grain. The line gives your chisel a perfect groove to follow, helping achieve accurate cuts. The Clarke Brothers model has a brass body that feels stable and a micro-adjustment feature for dialing in exact measurements. Using it is straightforward and satisfying, and it directly helps create tighter-fitting joints. At $24, this gauge delivers reliable precision and feels like a premium tool without being expensive. For anyone serious about joinery, it's a practical addition that saves time, reduces errors, and makes marking easier, letting your chiseling and cutting follow consistent, clean lines every time. This $9 pocket hole kit is one of the fastest ways to build strong cabinets and furniture. It provides an affordable entry into pocket hole joinery without extra expense. The kit includes the jig with hardened steel drill guides, a stepped drill bit for creating the pocket, a stop collar to control depth, and a long driver bit for installing screws. You can use it for cabinet face frames, boxes, or attaching tabletops to aprons. While it lacks some features of more expensive systems, it delivers the same strong joints and reliable results. The setup is simple, letting you work quickly and accurately. At this price, it's a practical way to add this joinery method to your workshop, giving you the ability to complete projects more efficiently. For anyone building furniture or cabinets, this kit offers dependable performance and makes pocket hole joinery accessible without complicated tools or extra investment. When fitting flooring around a stone fireplace or tricky trim, you need to cut boards to match irregular shapes. A contour gauge makes this easy. Press the pins against the surface and they instantly replicate the profile. The Saker model stands out because of its locking mechanism. Once the shape is captured, you clamp it so the pins stay in place while transferring the outline to your workpiece. This saves time and reduces material waste compared to trial and error cutting. It's a tool that solves a common problem in flooring, trim, and other woodworking projects. The lock ensures accuracy and makes the process more reliable. At $19, it delivers precision and convenience for anyone who needs to trace curves and complex shapes quickly. Having this tool in your workshop simplifies tricky cuts and lets you work more confidently, knowing that irregular edges will be matched accurately every time. Smaller Japanese saws are great for fine joinery, but this 9.5-inch Ryoba saw handles larger, general-purpose cuts. It's the saw you reach for when breaking down boards to rough size or making quick cuts on 2x4s for shop projects. Like other Ryoba saws, it has a double-sided blade, ripped teeth on one side and cross-cut teeth on the other, so it's effectively two saws in one. The longer blade and handle let you use a two-handed grip and a longer stroke, which makes cutting faster and easier. It's a practical tool to keep by your workbench for jobs where setting up a power saw would be unnecessary. The design lets you work efficiently while maintaining control over each cut. At $21, it's an affordable way to get a versatile saw that can handle both rough and smoother cuts. For anyone who works with wood regularly, it's a useful addition that makes everyday cutting simpler and quicker. Sometimes you need a dowel in a specific wood or a non-standard size that isn't available in stores. This jig lets you make your own. You start with a square stick, chuck it into a power drill, and feed it through the jig. Inside, an adjustable carbide cutter removes the corners, and a round dowel comes out the other side. Watching the process is fascinating. You can set the diameter exactly so the dowel matches your needs. It's a niche tool, but for woodworkers who enjoy making every part of their project from scratch, it's a very handy addition. The jig gives you control over your materials and expands the types of joints and connections you can create. At $21, it's an affordable way to add this capability to your workshop. For anyone who likes crafting custom pieces, it's a small tool that opens up a lot of possibilities. A router is already a versatile tool, but jigs really expand what it can do. This Saker jig works like a Swiss Army knife for your router. Its main use is as an adjustable guide for straight cuts, ideal for dados for shelving or mortises for joinery. The clever part is that it can also convert into a circle cutting jig, letting you route perfect circles and arcs for tabletops, decorative arches, or other curved projects. The all-metal construction makes it sturdy compared to plastic or homemade jigs. Instead of needing multiple jigs for common tasks, this single tool handles them all, saving space and money. At $26, it's a useful addition to any workshop, giving you more flexibility with your router and letting you tackle both straight and curved cuts without extra setups. It's a simple, practical way to get more out of one tool. This $26 kit is a complete solution for anyone who joins wood with screws. Instead of buying parts separately, everything comes in one package. It includes countersink bits that drill the pilot hole and cut a tapered recess, letting screw heads sit flush or slightly below the surface for a clean result. The kit also comes with plug cutters. You drill a shallow hole, make a plug from scrap wood, and use it to hide the screw head completely. A set of stop collars is included as well, so you can control drilling depth precisely. Together, these tools make joinery simpler and more accurate. At this price, the kit provides a convenient all-in-one system that saves time and effort. Whether you're building cabinets, boxes, or other projects, it helps give your work a professional finish without needing extra tools or accessories. Here are the amazing woodworking tools under $50 that can really make a difference in your projects. Don't wait too long. Amazon prices can change quickly. If you enjoyed this list, give it a like, subscribe for more content, and tell us in the comments which tool you're most excited to try. Thanks for watching.